You're watching T2T Boxing in association with IFL TV and KO Clothing. I'm joined by brilliant Brandon Ogilvie ahead of his fight with George Kambosos on Friday night here in Sydney. Thanks for joining us, Brandon. Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. Press conference just over. Interesting, some sparks flying up there. George obviously has a lot to say about himself and about yourself. What's your initial reaction to everything that was said up there?
You know, it's just normal. It's just George talking about George. No one else is talking about him. So, you know, you sit back, listen to him talk a lot of, you know, smack. You know, it's nothing new. But he's talking about a couple of rounds of stopping me and beating me. So I'm going to come out, I'm going to hurt him, mate. It's definitely a lot of words been changed there, and a lot of things that sort of upset me. But I'm pretty confident in this fight, and I've got to get the win, eh?
And so not the first time you're coming against an opponent who speaks his mind. Obviously fought Darragh Foley earlier this year, also fighting on this card, but he's very outspoken when coming into a fight. And what are your preparations when someone's like that? Do you take much notice of what's being said, or is it just something that happens in the lead up to a fight?
I don't really buy into it. You know, like, talking's cheap. Come Friday night, we're gonna let our hands do the talking, and that's where I rise. You know, my hands just do all my talking. I don't need to trash talk anyone. I don't do that. That's not me. But it's gonna be really good this fight because, you know, George has put a lot of pressure on himself, and he's talked a lot of smack, and it's time for him to, you know, come back to reality a bit. So I'm gonna knock him off that high horse.
I see, and so it's a massive card, probably the biggest show we've seen in Sydney, certainly this year, but definitely for a long time. How do you feel, say, headlining a bill like this, and what are your thoughts on Australian boxing sort of going into 2017?
It's a massive fight, you know, this fight. This whole year's been great for me. Me, Darragh Foley headlining another fight card, headlining back home and stuff, over in Japan and stuff, fighting. This year I couldn't ask for a better year of boxing. You know, after this fight, you know, win, lose or draw, but there's no losing now. Definitely building something new next year. You know, when I clean this clown up behind me, I'll go over to America and sign up over there, and definitely get the big fights.
Absolutely, and so obviously this is the WBA OCeania Title. You're defending it. So your ranking obviously in the WBA is something you're focused on. Is that something that's in the back of your mind for next year, a potential world title fight, or is that a couple of years off yet for yourself?
No, we're going to have a bit of time off, not like fighting, but don't want to rush anything. You know, world title, I'm only 22. I'll probably look at a world title at about 26, where I'll fully, you know, develop, and I'll be at my peak. But just keep getting fights and learning, bro. That's all it is, eh?
Excellent. But I know you're probably keen to go off and say final few bits of preparation. Thanks a lot for your time, Brandon. Good luck at the weigh-in tomorrow, and so obviously we'll catch you on Friday night.
Too easy. Thanks, buddy.
No worries. Thanks, mate. Cheers, Brandon.